Hi, welcome to the Nexus Education MakerEd podcast. I know it's been a while. I've been caught up doing paperwork, so I've figured I'd do something a little bit new this time. So with a bit of help from Art Method Dan, we're doing a bit of slicing now in the background there. So today I figured I'd show you a bit about the Microbit website. What the favourite bits are on Microbit website and how you can find a whole bunch of resources for learning. So I'm going to show you my browser now. So if you have a look, we're going to just do a bit of a tour. So you type in Microbit, you get this. It's one of the most effective pieces of kit you can have. I know a lot of the secondary schools have got them, and there's an incredible amount of resources on this website. So I just wanted to just have a quick nose through of some of the simple ways you can get into doing a few MakerEd based lessons and ones that are a bit more creative without getting way too far out of your comfort zone too quickly. So if you click on the Let's Code, there's a whole bunch of stuff that makes Microbit absolutely epic. So I'm not going to go straight for the MakeCode Editor, because if you have a look, there's the Python editor as well. But actually, if you click on the Teach, there's actually loads and loads and loads of stuff. So some of my favorite things you can look at is the MakeCode website. So the MakeCode have got a introduction to computer science course intro, and it's actually all in here. So there's loads and loads of lessons in here. There's unplugged, there's variables, there's loads and loads and loads of projects you can do and examples for it as well. So that's really, 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 really cool. And if you look, it has all the documents, so you can have a look at the experiments, you can have a look at all the projects. This is all pre-planned for you. So it's a great little course that you can do that just gets you going with MakeCode and how to do projects that are a bit more MakerEd to begin with. It's a really, really, really good introduction part. So that's a really great one to start with. If you're just wanting to put in like a little maker club, then a maker club to start with. The 14-week curriculums are absolutely excellent. If you have a look through, there's absolutely stacks of them, and there's Microbit for primary school. If you're a primary school maker and you want to have a look at all the lesson plans in there's absolutely stacks of work that you can have a look of in there that shows you where all the lesson plans for the primary are as well. Free schemes work, the whole lot. So that's amazing. But also, if you go to Let's Code and you go check out the MakeCode Editor, the MakeCode Editor is just a godsend of all kinds of projects. Not only does it hold all your projects in here in the new project section, so mine's usually really full, but it also has a lot of the projects in. So these are all the really good ones to start with. I normally start with flashing hearts on the tutorial, and you just work your way through. Each tutorial goes through and shows you exactly things to know if you're really new to this. Is if you click on the little icon, then he shows you exactly what you should be doing, and you can have a good look at it. So there's a simple tutorial for there. It always saves your code there as well. They're going to be bringing out the classroom as well, so just keep an eye out for that. It's even better. If you have a look, there's a whole bunch of various bits that you can learn. So radio games is good to learn how to use the radio control. So that's being able to have two microbits talk to each other. It's a really, really cool feature. And you've got things like toys. So these are making projects. So Inchworm, where you can go through them. They're really simplistic making projects, and they're just to get you going and get you starting. They give you all the things that you need to have together for them, which most of that you'll find in your science department along with your microbits and a bit of cardboard. And you've got these projects, and they have a small clip in there to get your kids going with them. So they're really good projects for that. If you have a look a little down further, they've got some really good science-based projects. So things like timing gates and soil moisture, these are ones that you can just pop into your lessons. Instead of doing a states of math lesson, you can do one with a microbit. And you've got lots of tools and JavaScript. And then right down the bottom, you've got these courses. So that's the Introduction to CS. This one's really good as well. This is much more computer science for lessons. And this is very much for people who are struggling to teach computer science. You can download the complete course package. You just click here And if you have a look, it's got all of them in, but it's also got some really lovely stuff in each one. So you've got, you know, a lovely set of slides to go with them. And not only that, but you've also got in there things like unplugged activities and stuff that you might need. These are really good as well. It's got coding cards for digital. But one of the nicer features, if you're a maker that's quite experienced and wants to do something more interesting, I'm going to be doing this shortly, is you can also go to MakeCode Circuit Playground. So the MakeCode Circuit Playground area as well is really, really good as well. So you can have a look at the MakeCode Circuit Playground stuff, which is really, really good. They've got all of the projects that they've got as well, so you can have a look at all of the projects that they go through. So music making projects and things like that, they're really, really useful. So if you wanted something that's a bit more advanced for making, that's probably where you'd find it. But it's really, really useful. If you want to start making, then these are the people to go to. You know, MakeCode are absolutely brilliant. And if you click on for the Microsoft MakeCode, it does give you the Playground Express. It also gives you Minecraft. This one has been really, really popular, the arcade, with a whole bunch of our students who've just been using it in some of their enrichments. It's a really good enrichment project. I really love it. It's like you can go through and chase the pizza, and you can go and make a little arcade game with it. It is proper Moorish for those who wanted to do arcade game making. And it just teaches them a bit more about how you can build things and code things. And if you go through it, you look here, yet again, it's the same familiar, except this time I've got a Game Boy. So you can have a look and see some of the variables that you've got in there, and you can get sprites in and controllers in and stuff like that. So there is quite a lot in here. And a lot of things that you've probably thought, oh, it's, you know, I'd really love to do that, but I've not really thought much about it. You know, Playground Express is set out in a similar way. So these are some of the projects that are in there as well. These are all really making projects. So, you know, MakeCode itself and the Microbit website itself is absolutely epic. It's probably the foundations of our makerspace. And there's a lot more to their website than meets the eye. So please go out and check it out. So I figured I'd just give you a quick. You can also kind of go by subject. So if you're teaching science, say, you can have a look and see how you can do some stuff with data logging and how to create things. So it's definitely absolutely worth going through the whole process and looking at everything that's in there. Quite often you'll be designing your makerspace curriculum, and then you find that it's much better to just have a look at some of the stuff that Microbit and MakeCode have put out there already. So thank you so much to everybody who works there. I'm going to be going through a few more of these as the months go by, of places where you can get resources or you can grab stuff for it. So I'm wishing you a new year. Happy New Year, guys. And I'll hope to speak to you soon.